Welcome to today's session of our Power Words for Progress, the ultimate 365 days challenge. Your consistent dedication is truly building a powerful vocabulary, day by day. Over the past sessions, we've already amassed an impressive verbal arsenal. Today, we delve into another 5 dynamic words to sharpen your understanding and communication. Let's begin our exploration. Alright, our first power word for today is benevolent. This word perfectly describes someone who is well-meaning and kindly. Let's practice the pronunciation slowly. Benevolent. Now, let's say it all together. Benevolent. Fantastic. What exactly does benevolent mean? Let's uncover its origins. This word comes from Latin roots, bene meaning, well, or good, and volens, meaning wishing, or willing. So, it literally means, well-wishing, or wishing good. Benevolent means well-meaning and kindly, characterized by doing good. It's used to describe someone who is generous, compassionate, and aims to help or benefit others. This visual immediately conveys a sense of kindness and a desire to do good. It highlights the actions of someone who genuinely cares for others. Let's look at how to use it in a sentence. A benevolent foundation donated millions to education. Here, the word clearly shows the foundation's kind and philanthropic nature. Let's check another sentence. Her benevolent smile put the new student at ease. This demonstrates how her kind expression had a positive effect. Now, synonyms are kind, compassionate, generous, caring, altruistic. Antonyms are malevolent, malicious, unkind, cruel, selfish. This is a beautiful word for describing true kindness. Let's repeat this phrase with clarity. I admire benevolent acts. Say it again. I admire benevolent acts. Yes, kindness makes the world better. Our second power word for today is languid. This word precisely describes someone who is slow and relaxed, showing a disinclination for effort. Let's practice that pronunciation slowly. Languid. Now, let's say it all together, languid. Fantastic. What exactly does languid mean? Let's uncover its origins. Its origin is from the Latin word languere, meaning to be faint or weary. This root gives us the sense of sluggishness or lack of energy. Languid means of a person, manner, or gesture having or showing a disinclination for physical exertion or effort, slow and relaxed, or lacking spirit or liveliness. It implies a relaxed slowness, often from fatigue. Let's visualize this meaning with an image to clarify it even further. This visual immediately conveys a sense of unhurriedness and disinclination for effort. It highlights the feeling of being too relaxed or tired to move quickly. Let's look at how to use it in a sentence. The cat lay in a languid sprawl on the cool floor. Notice how this illustrates the cat's relaxed, unenergetic posture. Let's check another sentence. After a long hike, her movements became languid. This demonstrates how her actions became slow and unhurried. Now synonyms are relaxed, leisurely, sluggish, listless, lackadaisical. Antonyms are energetic, active, dynamic, vigorous, lively. This is a great word for describing a state of relaxed unhurriedness. Let's repeat this phrase with clarity. I feel languid in the sun. Say it again. I feel languid in the sun. Yes. Sometimes relaxation is key. Our third word for today is meticulous. This word perfectly captures someone who is extremely careful and precise, paying great attention to even the smallest details. Let's try pronouncing it slowly. Meticulous. Now, all together, meticulous. What exactly does meticulous mean? Let's uncover its origins. This word originates from the Latin word, metis, meaning, fear, or, timidity. Over time, it evolved to describe being, fearfully careful, or, extremely cautious, to avoid any errors. Meticulous means showing great attention to detail, very careful and precise, thorough. It's used to describe someone who performs tasks with extreme accuracy. Let's visualize this meaning with an image to help us grasp its depth. This visual of intense concentration and precise handling perfectly conveys the meaning of meticulous. It highlights the dedication to perfection and accuracy. Let's look at how to use it in a sentence. The architect was meticulous in his designs. This sentence effectively demonstrates the architect's extreme care and precision. Let's check another sentence. She maintained meticulous cleanliness in her laboratory. The impact is evident here. Her thorough and careful approach ensured a pristine environment. Now synonyms are careful, diligent, thorough, precise, scrupulous, fastidious. Antonyms are careless, negligent, sloppy, haphazard, unscrupulous. This is a crucial word for describing painstaking care. Let's repeat this phrase with clarity. I am a meticulous worker. Say it again. I am a meticulous worker. Yes, precision leads to excellence. Our fourth powerful word for today is plethora. This word means a very large or excessive amount of something, more than enough. Let's practice that pronunciation. Plethora. Now, everyone, all together, plethora. Excellent. What exactly does plethora mean? Let's uncover its origins. This word comes from the Greek word, plethor, meaning, fullness, or, excess, which itself comes from, plethion, meaning, to be full. It perfectly conveys the idea of something being overflowing. A plethora is a large or excessive amount of something, an overabundance, a superabundance. It describes a quantity that is more than sufficient. Let's visualize this meaning with an image to make it absolutely clear. This visual immediately conveys a sense of overwhelming quantity and abundance. It highlights how something can be present in such a large amount that it feels excessive. Let's look at how to use it in a sentence. The new service offers a plethora of movies. Observe how this example highlights the excessive number of choices. Let's check another sentence. The garden produced a plethora of tomatoes. This context illuminates how the garden yielded a huge quantity. Now, synonyms are abundance, excess, surplus, oversupply, profusion. Antonyms are lack, scarcity, dearth, shortage, deficiency. This is a powerful word for describing vast quantities. Let's repeat this phrase with clarity. I have a plethora of books. One more time. I have a plethora of books. Yes, sometimes more is more. Our final power word for today is mundane. This word describes something lacking interest or excitement, dull or ordinary. Let's practice that pronunciation. Mundane. Now, let's say it all together, mundane. Great. What exactly does mundane mean? Let's uncover its origins. This word comes from the Latin word, mundus, meaning, world. It originally referred to things of this world, distinguishing them from spiritual or heavenly matters, thus acquiring the meaning of ordinary or commonplace. Mundane means lacking interest or excitement, dull, ordinary, commonplace. It's used to describe things that are routine, uninspired, or simply part of everyday existence. Let's visualize this meaning with an impactful image to solidify its meaning. Great. What exactly does mundane mean? Let's uncover its origins. This word comes from the Latin word, mundus, meaning, world. It originally referred to things of this world, distinguishing them from spiritual or heavenly matters, thus acquiring the meaning of ordinary or commonplace. Mundane means lacking interest or excitement, dull, ordinary, commonplace. It's used to describe things that are routine, uninspired, or simply part of everyday existence. Let's visualize this meaning with an impactful image to solidify its meaning. Great. What exactly does mundane mean? Alright, my amazing language explorers. Now that all 5 power words, benevolent, languid, meticulous, plethora, and mundane, are truly understood, it's time to see them come alive in a coherent, flowing story. Listen closely, and try to spot each word as the story. Alara's weekend shift is told. Alara, usually a languid student on weekends, found herself facing a plethora of mundane chores before she could even start her exciting new creative project. The sheer dullness of sorting files and dusting shelves felt overwhelming. She tried to be meticulous with each task, but her motivation quickly waned. Just as her spirits flagged, a benevolent neighbor, noticing her quiet struggle through the open window, offered to help for an hour. This kind gesture transformed the tedious afternoon, allowing Alara to complete her chores quickly and move on to her truly engaging work with renewed energy. So, what's the powerful, underlying lesson we learn from Alara's weekend shift? Even a languid start and a plethora of mundane tasks can be overcome with meticulous effort and a benevolent spirit. Alright, my absolute rock stars. Today's session of our Power Words for Progress journey has been successfully completed. We mastered benevolent, languid, meticulous, plethora, and mundane. Remember, consistency is key. Every session you watch, and every word you practice, contributes to your significant personal and professional growth. Thank you for your incredible dedication, and we look forward to exploring more powerful words with you in the next session. If you like the session, like, share, and subscribe the channel. Till then, keep learning, and keep growing.